on TikTok. Look at that. Grand Rising, good morning. I've just been inhaling this incense smoke today. It's just been going deep into the lungs this morning. So maybe you guys need to feel a little cleanse this morning. Let it wash through you. Allow your energy to relax and to release as we are getting our energy ready to step into a new reality. The old reality still disintegrating, still witnessing. They're showing me like rust. They're witnessing the water rusting away at the metal. Grand Rising, happy Venus Day. Yes, don't forget to spread some extra love today. So beautiful. We love a Venus Day. I'm a big fan of Venus. So, if you guys know your Venus sign, put it in the chat. Is that the right way to ask it? Yeah, I think so. My Venus is in Taurus. My love language is food, comfort, stability. See, thank you, Abby. Thank you. Yeah, I don't wear yellow too often, I think, at least. So it's good. Lots of joyous energy today. Venus is my chart ruler. It's a Leo. It's in Leo. Venus in Leo. I love that. How do you know what your chart ruler is? I have a lot of Gemini and Aquarius in my field. My mom does the charts, I don't remember. So valid. So valid. That's totally okay. The hint of Taurus, nice. Thank you. Oh, thank you, beautiful soul. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for that gift. That was very kind. Very, very kind. What type of money is that? Is that I don't know. Where's that money from? Thank you for being here. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. I'm hearing quid. Quid, is that quid? That's a money form, right? Grand Rising, welcome in. So my channel is really, really open to bring a lot of peace into humanity today. As you guys might have felt, there has been some density. Pounds, okay. How beautiful the swan. Did I miss it? Oh my gosh, was my eyes closed? Thank you for the swan, Melissa. Was my eyes open? Sometimes I'm like thinking about something else and I'm not conscious. Google says it's your ascended planet. My ascended planet is split. So it would be Aries and Pisces. Hello. Some call pounds quid here. Oh, okay. Well, now I have to see what a pound symbol looks like. Okay, I don't know if that's it. Okay, what are some other money symbols? Money symbols around the world. Okay. Indian rupee. Indian Indian rupee. How cool. How cool. Some of these bracelets were from India. Grand rising, grand rising. So, okay, so some really beautiful energy coming in through this channel specifically for the collective field, because there is a lot of density purging, right? As we're stepping into the new earth, we have to let go of the rest of this energy. This is why we're seeing more of the exposing. This is why we're seeing more amplified things that are erupting on the planet. We're even seeing certain disclosures. We're seeing more war activity. Again, when I say that, I hear theatrical. There's theatrics here. Obviously, it's still very real, but there is a fear factor theater that is kind of happening beyond what we're seeing, right? So I am seeing that swan. So thank you again for that swan. That swan is coming in to almost show this ability to hold both grace, peace, and fire, and protective energy. Still be very protective of the innocence of the world and still holding peace and elegance and love. There's a way to kind of navigate life like a swan. Root work, is that where the fear is? Definitely. The fear is also in the solar plexus. A lot of people are feeling that in the solar because of all of the emotions that are swirling and whirling. So we're also experiencing that in the solar plexus as the solar is enhancing right now as well. I think all of the lower chakras in general are getting an upgrade. So again, that's why we could be feeling some soreness in the lower back, because more of our energy is going down the spine instead of staying up here where it's been for a very long time. We've kind of believed that consciousness is only in the crown, but we're now, as a society, really coming into that embodied spirituality, coming deeper into our embodiment. So we're really feeling into those lower chakras. For some of you, you might even really be tuning into the legs, and healing the legs, the trauma in the legs. So that could be something that the collective is really tuning into. But what this is doing is clarifying the fullness of our field, releasing any traumas, any stuffiness that we might be experiencing. Oh my gosh, thank you for being here. So thanks for the like reminder. Yes, you're welcome. I've also been feeling good, and I think it's because a lot of us have been able to really understand that a lot of what we're seeing physically is the final, it's the finale, right? It's the final theater. And so we're kind of just witnessing it and observing it rather than absorbing it. And I think for some that can be really hard when we're experiencing so much density around us. Not absorbing it could sometimes be even more painful. So when you do absorb any energy, that's okay. It's not that you did anything wrong. It's just very human. And so allow yourself to really feel out the feelings that you're feeling around you. Really allow yourself to get into those emotions, to dig deep into what you need to release, because obviously things are being triggered for a reason. And so allow yourself to move through that. I feel really good today too. Yeah, me too. Yesterday I did a really beautiful healing. We always need more awareness in all spaces, I agree. Yesterday I did a really beautiful one-on-one session healing with someone, and it was just the most cathartic release. There was so much density that she was dealing with her job, with her life, with people engaging with her, and the openness that she had, and the openness of just releasing. And we were able to really do even some deep grid work to heal all of those that might have been experiencing similar pain. It was just so overwhelmingly beautiful. So yeah, exactly. I'm just observing and trying to inform people who are able to listen. Yeah, like that's really all you can do. And we're not here to force anyone to have a better perspective, because I love that you sent in the rainbows, Katie. That just warms my heart. It's not that we're trying to change anyone else's perspectives. We are, sure, but it's ultimately up to them. It's very much like that lead by example type thing, right? We don't want to force anyone into a position that doesn't feel right to them. And this morning I even texted my sister-in-law, so we're going to be on a trip, right? Oh, let me tell you, sorry, I'm gonna slow down my tone real quick. Let me come really deeply grounded. Let me feel into my feet. Lydia, what's your rising sign again? I am both an Aries and a Pisces. I can play both, so don't mess with me. It's a fun little switch of events sometimes. Okay, so I'm gonna be gone that week of the spring equinox, y'all. I'm gonna be on the ocean. I'm gonna be on the largest vortex point on the planet, the beautiful ocean. I'm gonna be by the equator, and I'm gonna be experiencing the spring equinox. Y'all know it's gonna be fire. Y'all know it's gonna be so insane. We also have St. Patrick's Day that week. We also have the new moon in Pisces that week. We also have my mom's birthday. Shout out to my mom. And then on the 22nd, there's another transit that's also pretty intense. So that week is going to be really fun to be on the ocean and to experience those upgrades. And of course, I'm not going to be here with y'all on the live, but know that I'm going to be here in your hearts and in the energetic grid. So if you feel some really strong shifts that week, I'm very, very excited about that. Obviously, it's not just me, but I am going to hold a lot of attention or intention when I'm on the ocean and when I'm experiencing those things. So the spring equinox that's coming soon, very excited about it. Favorite holiday of the entire year. What I was saying was I texted my sister-in-law because no one in my family does anything along these lines, but she's kind of the closest one to maybe engage in astrology. So I texted her and I was like, I know you probably aren't into this stuff, but I just have to tell someone the astrological events that are going to take place that week. And she was like, tell me more, which was like, oh, that's so cute. She asked me more. So then I sent her this like whole thing, this whole long thing about what is taking place during those days and the beautiful week that we're going to have there. And then she was like, so moral of the story, it's going to be a good week and we're changing reality. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, dang, I could have just said that. But that's not how my brain works, I swear. Like, it's like I go so deep into what the meanings are of things and really open it up and expand it and all of that stuff. But I think that's just necessary for me to know the details of everything, to really know the details of the astrology and of these events so that I can make a stronger impact, because I don't really believe that ignorance is bliss. You know, if you don't want to know that much more, that's okay. But I believe because of where I'm at in my conscious journey, like, knowing more can be a gift, right? Anyways, kind of on a little tangent. We all have different perspectives. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, it's still a surprise. Yeah, it's still a surprise. But it's kind of like, you know, we can kind of tell that it's like a little bit, it's like she knows that something's happening, she just doesn't know what it is, you know? I am very excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. Anyways, let me talk about the words of the day because there's some really good ones in here and I need to slow down my tone. So the first thing that came up was ring the bells, which I thought was really interesting. When we get the analogy of the bell ringing, it's kind of like a, you know, an alarm. It's like an alarm saying, okay, things are happening, things are coming, like ring the bells, or almost like even ring the bells of like a wedding happening, or dinner is done, or the end times are here, or the frequency, right? The bells itself are a frequency of anything, really. It could be encoded to anything. So yeah, I love that, the frequency. There's so much analogy with bells in itself, and so I love that ring the bells came up as we're getting excited for what is happening next. Then the other words, we have bless or bliss, however you want that. Sanctity. So I heard sanctity in my head and I was like, I honestly don't even know what that means. Thank you for the gifts, you guys. I don't even know what that means, but I know that it's meant to come through, so I looked it up, and it's basically like being holy. And I was like, oh, period, gonna use this word more. I love the word sanctuary already, so sanctity being added to that list, really beautiful word, just does something to my soul. Bless, sanctity, involvement, trajectory, and clarity. With the involvement after sanctity, it's kind of like this involvement into your holiness, being very involved in how you are going to bless yourself, very involved in how you're allowing yourself to be holy, and then the word trajectory underneath that. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the lights. Hello, welcome in. Welcome. And then trajectory with sanctity and involvement is, again, feeling into that trajectory of higher reality, feeling into that trajectory for humanity. Feels really exciting. And then the other word is clarity. So clearly seeing the trajectory, clearly seeing the holiness, clearly seeing the blessings, clearly opening yourself up to these frequencies, right? Ringing the bells. Lots of good connection with these words here. They all come together. The bells show their true nature. Yes. Oopsies. Sorry. I just really love the analogy of ring the bells. I'm going to look that up actually. And then I'll look up sacred bells. Because I know there's a song called Ring the Bells, but that's not what I'm looking up. Give me a sec. Sacred bells. So I'm seeing like the Liberty Bell, that cracked. That feels analogous. Analogous. Is that a word? I don't know. Oh, these bells, there's just something about it. I want you guys to see it. There's just something in this energy. Oh. There's just something in this energy. Oh, come on. Stop. No. These bells. Just feel the energy behind it and just imagine all of these going off. I also want to look up the Liberty Bell because that feels relevant here. There's something about the Liberty Bell that's cracked that has an analogy here. Give me a sec. This feels analogous. I don't know why. So tune into it. Feel what feels right here. There's something about liberation. Liberation, liberty. And we've been talking about the word liberation. And I just love that there's a crack in it. There's something about that. I wonder if it's going to continue to crack. I don't know. Where is this at? Pennsylvania? Oopsies. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It went out. So... yeah, they broke the bells when Tartaria fell. The old to the new. Liberation won't be perfect, but it will be necessary and celebrated. Church bells in Ireland or Scotland. Come on, let's look them up. Church bells in... let's do Ireland. There's just some beautiful bells. Wow. Let's find a good one. These are huge. They're huge bells. Let's look at some more bells. Bells and whistles. Again, there's an announcement. There's like this liberating announcement to the world that's like, are you freaking ready? Are you freaking ready for the reality that we're about to tune into? And I don't know if anyone else has been getting ringing in the ears. Okay, so this is another, I think this is actually why this originally came up, because I've been having ringing in my ears for probably 3-4 days straight. Didn't they remove bells from a bunch of churches before? I believe it. Yeah, y'all are experiencing the ringing. That's the frequency adjustment into our body. I love that you said that, Abby, about liberation won't be perfect, but it's necessary and celebrated. I 1000% agree. And I think people have this expectation that New Earth is going to be like for some people, maybe it'll be just the most easiest transition ever. But I think because there is that human nature still inside of us that's still letting go some of this, it's not going to be as smooth maybe as we are expecting it to, but smooth in the way that our emotions need them to go. Like, we will experience much deeper cathartic releases when we can feel the pain of release. But if we're not actually feeling anything coming in or going out, then there's actually this stagnant energy. So in order to be liberated, there does have to be like an aspect of us that releases. Like, we have to experience that cathartic release, or we have to experience these things letting go. So it's not always going to feel, it's hard because the word easy doesn't really like define that either. But anyways, getting a lot of ringing in the ears. That is a call energetically to our body that we are shifting vibration, that we're coming to a higher state of being. Head pressure like crazy. Yes. Yeah. 3 years I've had ringing. My forehead has been itching. Yeah. Physical release. Sometimes we just gotta shake it out. Yes. Has anyone been experiencing the soreness in the hips? I've been experiencing soreness in the hips, soreness in the jaw, lots of pressure between the ears. Yeah, so for some of you guys as well, you're going to be opening up your clairaudience channels, and so you might even be experiencing more earwax as well that comes out because your literal channels between your ears are opening. There's more clarity. Could you help my soul pass? I'm going to die soon from a disease. Oh, I'm sending you so much love. Yeah, for sure. Oh, my clairaudience was so loud last night, more than ever before. More earwax, yep. Lots of soreness in the hips. I was intentionally dancing with my hips last night to allow new energy in. Yes, let's go! I've definitely been feeling that as well. No hip pain, earwax was a lot. Yes, yeah. Depends on where you're moving energy, right? Everyone's experience is going to be different. Everyone's trajectory is going to be different. Everyone's involvement is going to be different, right? Words of the day. So yeah, more clarity coming in through those channels in the ears, more clarity coming even through the channels in your sinuses. Oftentimes our sinuses are associated with our third eye. And so you might be experiencing some release out of your sinuses at this time as the third eye is clearing out as well. That might not be for everyone, but some people might be experiencing that. What else do we want to talk about today? There is like this Twilight Zone energy outside that I'm like in love with, actually. If y'all don't know, like, I hold this, I mean, you guys probably do know, I hold this very sunshine energy, this joyous energy that I really enjoy. And so things outside of me that have a different energy, I really love. Like, I love the energy of juxtaposition. I love the energy of things being a little bit different. Like, even wearing like a men's shirt with a feminine shirt. Like, I love a juxtaposition. When things don't seem like they should go together, but they do. That's me with moody weather. I'm like sunny outside and I'm moody and I just love it. I eat it up. My sinuses were very clogged during the winter. Any interaction with praying mantis beings, they showed up for me last night. I haven't interacted with them deeply and communicating with them, but on Sunday, I am releasing a video called My Starseed Story. If you guys want to watch that, it does talk a little bit about the mantis beings, not a lot, but they are beings that I have engaged with. They constantly are engaging with me. I do think like the mantis beings and Hathor tend to work with me energetically a lot through the electron body, because the mantis beings have taught me a lot about auric technology and the way that the aura works, and aura anatomy and things like that. So they have taught me a lot about my understanding of the aura in the body and this earth reality. I might just not see them as much, but I love that. I'd love to hear more about what you learned. I've been going to the Detroit River to paint in the fog. Yes! I've been getting a lot of stuff about Detroit, and I've been getting a lot of stuff about the Masonic temples in Detroit, which I've been to before. They are powerful healers. Yes, they are. The trees look so much more lively, like they're happier. Yes. Because also what we've been talking about is the enhancement of the magical realms on Earth. So the trees are literally feeling it, or the veil around the trees are opening. So the trees don't just look like nothing, right? They don't just look like non-beings. They're very much enhanced right now at an extended level to their magic, right? Because we're starting to open up that veil. Does it help you feel balanced? Dang, I don't remember what the question was for. So let me know, Lori, what that question was for. My dragons have been coming through a lot. Right. Masonic temples, did you go inside? Yes. Yes, it was like they were waving me over. Yes, I love that. There was I remember one time that I woke up to the understanding of a twig or like a branch. And for some reason, it literally blew my mind. This was like 2 years ago when I saw a twig, like a branch that had fallen from a tree, and it was like brown versus like the kind of green type of tree that was alive. And there was something that just stuck in me, that was like the corpse of the tree, but it was still like alive. I don't know. And then after that moment, I had these deep analogies over and over about the liveliness of trees. And yeah, they've just been ever growing and ever expanding in my consciousness sense. And trees are probably my favorite things to work with, honestly. I say that with so much stuff, so I can't really say it because I love working with so many things. I just love. I just love working with things. I had a favorite tree. She was in my film. She has wide open arms. She's so special to me. I love that. The list is open, Kelly. Yes. Remember to thank the trees for bringing life back during spring. Yes, I always place a hand on them when I pass by and say thank you, especially the decades old trees. Me too. I always when I go on a walk and I see this really old tree, I know that people are going to look at me and be like, why does she have to touch that tree? But I have to go off the beaten path to touch the tree, and then I go back on the path. Because it's just like a part of my ritual to honor that tree for the ancient wisdom that it holds in that neighborhood. And yeah, I just love trees. They're so yummy. They're so beautiful to my soul. Does the juxtaposition help you feel more balanced? Yes, it does, Laura. Yeah, it does. For me personally, that is definitely something that is euphoric in my experience, to have both. Because when I'm just wearing things that are feminine, I do feel like I'm dressing up in drag. I feel like it's drag. It's not fully me, It's just a way that I know. Okay, so when I'm wearing mainly only feminine stuff, it is to honor my feminine guides. They really love when I do it, so I honor them. But I don't always love doing it. So it is interesting, but yeah, it's just interesting. Thank you, beautiful soul. I appreciate it. Thank you. Try not to push anything, but I wanted to let you know that Jesus/God loves you. He will never forget you or abandon you, and he who believes in him will be saved. Excellent. Thank you for that. Last year, I was in this beautiful forest, and we were hiking. This tree had split into two, and between them felt a portal. So I stood between them for 10 minutes. I love that. Oh my gosh. Those energies. I can't even talk about the way that trees make me feel, because y'all are going to side-eye me and be like, what? But trees make me feel a type of way. They make me feel a type of way. I'm learning. I feel femme and masc are more integrated. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, everyone's experience with that is going to be different, right? Because some people feel very euphoric in wearing one versus the other. But just my expression, yes, you get it. Sacred, beautiful beings. My expression definitely enjoys the balance, especially working with Andromeda. Because if you've worked with Andromedans, they really enjoy balance. They really enjoy the in between. And I think, again, as we're ascending up into consciousness, we no longer need duality. Duality doesn't, it's actually much more limiting to be in a dualistic nature, where if you are born with certain parts, you have to look this certain way. That's just, in my opinion, it's very limited. It doesn't have as much artistic expression behind it. And for me, that's where the art is, that juxtaposition between the feminine and the masculine. So, can I ask a question about? Oh, wait. Can I ask a question about something I experienced last night? I was awakened by a high-pitched sound that woke me up. Was that the spirit doing downloads? Yes, it was. Good job, Karen, for connecting with that. So sometimes when you get those high-pitched sounds and you're waking up and maybe it's around 3 o'clock or something around then, that's when your spirit team is coming in and downloading some information. Thank you, beautiful soul. And be open to just receiving, be open to ask questions, ask your guides, like, what do I need to know here? I am, open to receive whatever good things want to come through, but you can always ask questions and you can always resist it too. That's something that, we have our free will, right? Thank you, beautiful. I did send it to you, but happy to rock the collective. Okay, let's get into it. Keep feeling like God the Father can provide nurturing, not for me, Cosmic Mother. I love working with the Cosmic Mother. It is interesting with, religious trauma, if you will. There's so much beauty that happened in religion, but there's also some religious trauma. I think the idea of God the Father associated with Christianity was just very limited. And I think for me, I really needed a motherly figure as a guide, because I am following a lot of times the left path. I do like to go in between the left and the right path. I tend to stay in the middle, but a lot of times when I am navigating the left path of more of that feminine aspect of spirituality, like I do need a feminine spiritual guide, and that isn't as accessible, or it feels more judged from the right or the fatherly perspective. And so when I started deconstructing, and the first beings that came to me was very much these women, these motherly figures. And this is why Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary still really hold such reverence in my heart, because they helped me follow that path of the rose, or the left path. And I was able to then learn the mysteries of both the left and the right, because growing up I learned all of the right. I learned the structure of how religion wanted me to be, and I learned all of these things, but I also felt like I was put into a box on that right side. So then I went to the left side, and then in the left side I got a little lost in the left side, got a little lost into my own sauce. And so then I kind of came back, and now I'm just kind of navigating in that in-between space of understanding and respecting both sides. Wow. Lots of things to talk about here this morning. Feels like time flies sometimes, y'all. Sekhmet has come very clearly into my experience too. Divine Mother, Cosmic Mother, Sekhmet. Oh, that's so beautiful. Last night I watched someone say that Father Earth and Mother Sky. That was new for me. Is it all both? It is all both. It is all both. I mean, the mysteries of the universe are not just black or white, right? They are the beautiful rainbow of all understanding. And so Earth herself, she tends to be pretty feminine. So it is interesting that they perceived it kind of that way, because I normally hear it as Father Sky, Mother Earth. But yeah, I mean, everyone's going to have their own interpretation with the God beings on these planets, and they might experience them differently, and that's okay. Say, I've never heard Father Earth. Yeah. Okay, let's go into Kelly's session, because we are over our collective time, but these conversations are really beautiful. I think we are still all kind of navigating what that looks like to navigate the middle, or to navigate respect on both the patriarchy and the matriarchy, even the black and the white, the left and the right. Learning that type of balance, but at the same time not diminishing where we're already what is this? What is happening here? But not diminishing what you're already feeling. I think sometimes when I have these conversations where I feel very much in the middle, people feel like that is what they need to do. And I don't think you need to do that. If you don't feel in the middle naturally, that's not for you. And that's okay. What is non-binarchy called? I gotta write that down. Non-binarchy. Come on, girl. That's the reality we're playing in. No, but that's where Andromeda is. Andromeda plays non-binarchy. They very much love to balance those two frequencies. And so learning from Andromeda has really been a beautiful gift in my life. To know that I'm not crazy, or I'm not so different, right? that other planets actually function like this, and actually higher dimensions tend to function balanced. The lower dimensions tend to be a bit more extreme in their perspectives of reality. All right, Kelly, what would you like to work on today? Anything specific, love? Parentarchy. Oh gosh. I wonder, is there like a way to like, I just keep feeling just the word union, right? Like unity, unitarchy. Tai Chi is balancing me. Yay, I love that for you. Yeah, isn't that beautiful though? Also, like, more Chinese cultures tend to really honor androgyny. And so if you go to China, there's so many people that practice androgyny as a part of their spiritual practice, which I think is so beautiful. And this is also what we see in like each country has their own experience with these type of things in general, right? And there's some cultures, even if we go into the indigenous cultures of two spirits are very well revered as being spiritual beings that hold both the masculine and the feminine, and they're revered for their gifts and why they show up in that way. So it's just interesting also that some cultures really hate on it and some cultures don't. It's really, it is what it is. I'm at the end of respiratory illness and big relational release. Fill with light in the release. Yes! Absolutely, love. Respiratory release. And light. Let's do it. I might not do too many on this live today. I don't know why. There's like a energy that I'm feeling. I don't know what I'm feeling 100%. So we'll see how many we do today. Breaking patterns in my Saturn return. I didn't realize you were on your Saturn return. Yeah, let's write that down. That feels relevant. Okay, let me tune into my energy and we'll get started, love. I'm already feeling lots of rainbow energy in my field this morning. All right, Kelly put a heart in the chat. Well, we went almost 10 minutes over on the collective today. It's crazy how time works, bro. It's crazy. All right. Shout out Saturn. Saturn Aries. My Saturn is in Gemini. All right. Oh, rainbow. Put a hand on your heart. Put a hand on your belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Yeah, I can feel that fire in there. Just gonna feel into the chest. Ooh, the heart. Yeah, there is a liberation in the heart, isn't there? You're so welcome, beautiful soul. Thank you for allowing me to tune in with you. Feeling right down here in kind of the mid heart to even a little bit of the low heart. I'm even hearing abandonment wound coming forward, or like attachment wound is what I'm feeling, like attachment. So what we even talked about in your last session, about attaching to certain identities, those are coming forward, and as they're coming forward, it might release and inflame things around you. This also could be, like you said, relational, whatever that is for you, relationships in your life. And there's a need to stabilize your field. And so this sickness that you're experiencing is actually very beneficial to you, whether we like to see it that way or not. It's a very beneficial release, and allow it to be so cathartic in each time that you bring up phlegm, or each time that you're releasing out of your respiratory system, that it is a release of your old wounds, or the absorption that you've tuned into, right? The lungs absorb the energy around us. So as you're letting this go, you're letting go of the things that you've absorbed as your reality, and starting fresh. Very deep in that heart, though. There's a deep opening of the heart. What I'm seeing very much in your heart, though, is you're creating a really deep and beautiful sanctuary. Like there's I didn't even know that was gonna come through, but there is this angelic song that's coming out of your heart. I was not expecting that. That was kind of funny. There is this like angelic choir in your heart that is opening up. There's this golden room where you get to sit and find peace and find your sanctuary. So that's really being enhanced here. And as that is enhancing, that old gunk has to come forward and it has to release. You know what I'm talking about, though. Those angels just want to sing inside your heart. They're just constantly fluttering. Su riamos kudukuash kadetiki mia ramosu piakaishki amakua ramasu su anya rampai nesk antikeash undukua ramas undukukua ramasishka antakai ikia. Yeah, they're just kind of massaging out the heart, making sure everything's coming out. There's gonna be a continual mucus release out of the lungs. What I'm gonna do is kind of just squeeze out the lungs and pull up that mucus here. And allow that to come out. Going on the other side. You could even feel some soreness in the back of your back, the upper back, or your ribs. And your neck. Because there's just a lot of releasing in this upper chest here. Soften that. So what I'm actually going to bring up, we're going to bring up light from the earth. So from the crystalline core, allowing Gaia to bring up deep light. A lot of tightness in upper neck lately. Okay, I actually felt that too when I was bringing up your neck. So we'll do that in just a second. We're going to bring up some light up through your roots, your feet, ankles, shins, calves. Relax the legs as we come up. Knees, back of knees. The back of the knees, the back of the calves are holding some energy here as well, right? The back of the calves associated with our heart traumas. So make sure as you are releasing out of the lungs, you are also releasing out of the back of the calves and the back of the knees. Going up through the thighs, the back of the thighs, Your body wants to walk a bit more. Up by those hips. There's a lot of things releasing out of your hips that want to be moved. Going up through the hips. Yeah, there's again some stagnancy in the hips. Even just now, just wiggling your hips could be helpful. Good. Going up through the root chakra, bringing this light up through the root. They wanted this to be from the earth so it can be much more grounded for you, much more connected to Gaia. Going up to the sacral. Yeah, there's more creative openings and creative outlets that want to be witnessed during this releasing and allowing expression. So singing, right? Writing songs to express the depth of this pain or the depth of what you're moving through. It's going to be just so effortless. Going up to the solar. Opening up more confidence here in the solar. You don't have to share these songs with anyone, but share them with yourself because you are worthy of hearing yourself, right? You are worthy of hearing your beauty. It sounds different when we listen to it back. You are able to hold reverence towards your gifts, and I think there's something beautiful in that, of needing to witness yourself and needing to witness how beautiful you are, and not looking at it from a educational perspective or from a perspective of I'm going to be judged for this, or you know what I mean? Like, there's no red marks on the songs that you're writing or the songs that you're singing. That's just expression. Just allow it to be expressed without judgment. And that's actually something that is coming out of your field, is this time to now actually release this need to be judged by others and this external validation. Pure art expression, yes. Coming up from the top of the solar, we're going to go up into the heart, opening up the heart even deeper here, and just sending this pure Gaia light up through your I want you to feel it actually going up those bronchi. I think that's how you say it, up the lungs, and then up into the body, and then also up through the cardiovascular system, going through those veins and those arteries, the plasma body and the electron body, and let that light now spin through all of your body here, going all the way out to your hands, your feet, and the top of your head. Just bringing that energy through your blood system and also through your respiratory system and your nervous system. Bringing this light all the way up. Just feel those like light white roots coming up. Relaxing the lungs as your body is fully able to release. Each time you sing with pure expression, you are releasing more of this stagnancy in your lungs. Right? Anytime you have those notes that are long with deep emotion, you're releasing. Yeah, because there is a lot of tension around the throat, which is exactly what we're talking about, this need for pure expression. Ooh, there's a lot of emotions actually coming out of the throat. Paper. Excellent, Christine. I'll write you down, love. Going up, we're going to bring that light. You might be hearing even ringing in your ears as we come up to the ears, bringing that light up to the ears, opening more of your clairaudience here. You might even feel this in the back of your eyes as more of your vision sensories are turning on. Bringing this light up through the brain, in between the corpus callosum, in between those two hemispheres, aligning the two hemispheres together to use that magical, the mystical, and the analytical together to create something really beautiful for humanity. You might again be feeling this moving up the back of your head, and then I want you to go all the way up to the top of your crown and feel that light shooting up, okay? If you need a little bit more time to open up that crown, that's okay too. Almost even touch your head to like feel it opening. and give permission for that light to flow all the way through. So from Gaia, feel that coming all the way up, flushing out the system. What I want you to also do here, well, let's do this real quick. We're going to bring that energy back down from the heavens, down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, the solar, the sacral, the root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet. Now feel that kind of going up and down. So from here, we're going to go to the back of the ears as there's a lot of energy that's releasing. Give a massage to the back of the ears for as long as feels right to you. Really get in there. Even go into the back of the head here, massaging where that divot is, giving permission for the body to release. You can massage down the back of the neck here if you'd like. Oof, really beautiful releasing here at the bottom of the neck, or the bottom of the head, nape of the neck maybe. Oh, lots of release there, love. There's lots of mental judgment that's releasing, going down from the back of the ears. Now we're going to go down the vagus nerve, helping regulate the nervous system, but also releasing old energy out of the throat. Anything where you're holding back from expressing, let that go. We're going to go down to the clavicle here, pushing over, going into the armpit. And through the shoulder. Oof. Feeling it moving through the arms for sure. And down through the arms into the hand. Good. Ooh, feeling the left hip. Yeah, I'm telling you, I was feeling the hips a lot. That left hip really needs to move. But just the hips in general, they both need to move. They want to walk. They want to walk. Okay, go down the other side. And again, our jaw, the top of the neck to the jaw also is associated with those hips. So while we're doing this, you might feel that. Move this down, that right side. Pushing over. From that clavicle, just get that energy moving. Again, the left hip wants you to be free. There's this feeling of being confined. Go down into that armpit, really get in there. Feel into whatever needs to release here. Moving down through the shoulder and the arm. Good. Shake out your arms and shake out your hips. Move your hips a little bit. Wiggle your legs. Do whatever feels good and just get that energy flowing as that light is now coming back down. You might also feel your sinuses kind of opening up and waking up here. Going down through the crown, the third eye, the throat, the heart, into those lungs, really feeling those lungs. Take another deep breath in here. Release the old. One more deep breath in here. And do that as much as you want today with the intention of bringing in light and releasing out the old, bringing this down through the solar, the sacral, the root, deep into the hips, relaxing the hips, moving the hips, giving them what they want, down through the hips, thighs, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Releasing into the roots, going down to the crystalline core. Wrap your roots around the crystalline core. Well, first, let go of any of the old energy out into the mycelium network. Open your channel to release. Wrap your roots around the core and send this energy back up through your roots. Feet, ankles, shins, calves. Good. Knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth. If this feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you, and so it is, and so it is. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. You could also feel some soreness in the back of your lungs here today as some things are still moving, or the back of your upper back. So just give your body permission to move through that. You can also sit into a bath. That can be helpful. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out. I don't remember what the rest was that I was going to say there, but just feel the love. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through you and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Let's take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. Kelly, there you go, beautiful soul. Always beautiful to start a morning with you. I hope you're doing well. I am going to close the list. Make sure you're expressing yourself. Sing that beautiful angelic song and feel into that beautiful golden holy temple that you have inside of you. One of the words of the day, sanctity. Feel into that word today. Meditate with it. All right. So we had, I see Jacqueline, we have Christine and Jacqueline. Excellent. So that's what we're going to do today. So we have, Christine actually has 2 healings. One is for her and one is for a pet. And then we have Jacqueline's session. So that's what we'll do today. Serious gratitude. Yes, you sent via Cash App. Okay, give me a second. Thank you, beautiful. Namaste, namaste. All right, and then we have Anna at the end. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Give me a second. Christine, do you have a limited time today, or would I be able to go from your inner child session and then do Anna and then come back to the animal session? I just kind of maybe want to break it up a little bit. Just let me know, though. It's up to you. Excellent. So we'll do Christine, then Anna with a 15-minute session, and then we'll go back for that beautiful animal healing for Rowdy. And then Jacqueline said that she'll go last. We'll get you in there, Jacqueline. All right. All right, beautiful. Christine. So let me go back to this. And it just says spirit led. So let me know if there is anything that does come up that you would want to tune into for this. If not, that is totally okay, and we will just tune into that spirit led session. All right, beautiful, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. If you are here, please drink some water. The inner child healings are still the same time as the 15-minute sessions. They just hold a different intention. And they always go differently. Sometimes we go into astral connection. Sometimes it just depends. It really does. So let me get my energy ready and we'll get started. Of course, anyone can receive the secondary energy codes of all of these healings, or you can just learn from these sessions. Yay, let's get into it, love. Put a heart in the chat when you are ready and we'll get started. Beautiful. Put a hand on your heart, put a hand on your belly. We'll take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, so this is very interesting, really beautiful. I love inner child healings. They're always so interesting the way that they want to show up. So this one, they're actually showing the divine inner child first. And there's kind of this message of allowing you to combine the divine inner child, the one that experienced only innocence, that only experienced the highest good, combining that with the inner child that might have experienced trauma and bringing those together almost like they're like twins is what I'm seeing. So I'm actually seeing 2 inner children, one with a trajectory of deep innocence and one with a trajectory of trauma, and allowing them to bond over their life being similar. This I know it might sound a little bit weird, but let me go into it. So the divine inner child is actually stationing in this beautiful tree house. She's very much living kind of in the woods, being taught by the woods, very naturally taught. This is why it's kind of the divine innocence is there's no programming here. There's no ways that she was told to do anything, or she wasn't put into any sort of box. She was just told to live life, be free, and have fun. And so the divine inner child has so much enthusiasm in her energy field. And as we tune into the programmed inner child, or the one that has more of that trauma, there is still that spark of light from the divine inner child, because they ultimately are one, that has always been stationed inside of you. This divine innocence, this divine play, this excitement for life that has always been there, but it has been limited by this box of programming. And so what I'm witnessing happening is your divine inner child stepping into the body of the programmed inner child and starting to allow that light to glow and grow even stronger. So what I'm almost seeing is like a box of programming and this little dot of light that then is growing and growing and growing so big that that box absolutely breaks and it shatters. So that's what we're feeling right now. So I want you to feel into your womb as that light inside of you grows bigger and bigger. The light of this freedom, the light of divine innocence, the light of allowing yourself to do exactly what you want to do, the light of following your own path, the light of listening to yourself, listening to your gifts, listening to your discernment from a very young age. Allow that to come into your inner child and your womb now, and just feel that starting to glow and grow. I'm feeling the cosmic mother and the cosmic father bringing light all the way in through you to support this as well, bringing this all the way down through your legs and into the earth, feeling Gaia beneath your feet, feeling those roots extending deeper and deeper as you're connected with the trees. Again, that divine inner child was taught by the trees. She was learned lessons from the natural cycles of life. She's very in tune with the natural cycles of life. Feel that opening up more and more in your womb. And what this is doing is giving permission to your inner child to no longer feel like she has to do something for others. She no longer has to feel like she has to make other people happy. This isn't anyone else's life. This is her life. So there's a lot of liberation that is coming into the programmed inner child, and just letting that old trauma go. And relax your hips and relax your legs as the old energy flushes out. Be a bit more open in that womb and in that whole body to open up your energy field. I just want you to feel that glowing yellow light, golden light, white light, whatever light you want in that womb space expanding. I want you to see that beautiful inner child starting to be liberated. No longer kind of feeling boxed into her room or boxed into certain situations, but just going outside, climbing a tree, and feeling free. Barefoot, very specifically. I want you to feel into that freedom of the inner child here now. The excitement of life, the excitement and the enthusiasm, the childlike wonder that is resurfacing through your body. Let that be implemented into your veins and your arteries, your plasma body and your electron body, as your whole body opens up to deeper liberation, as your whole body opens up to more freedom. And it's mainly freedom of choice. There is importance in our life as kiddos to have structure, but some of that structure just wasn't as helpful to us now, so we get to let go of that structure. We get to create new structure. But right now you're in this time of releasing the old structure, releasing the limitations. And I want you to just fully see that box breaking around you. Letting it go. Opening up your field to deeper love, to deeper freedom, deeper liberation. I want you to feel all of your guides and your team coming around you, deep compassion and deep love. All of these beings that have been watching over you since you were very young. Feel them in your field now. As they are now here creating and weaving this beautiful divine matrix around you. It kind of looks like, almost like a sphere. It kind of looks like the energetic grid, so like a globe that has lines around it. That's kind of the new structure that's being created in your reality. So there's more freedom and expression in that structure. This is what your inner child is asking for at this time, is to open you up to this greater connection. Because sometimes just tuning into the trauma that we experience as a child, sometimes what it does is it just reiterates the narratives that we've already been falling in. It sometimes continues the cycle. So stepping out of those cycles and creating something new into itself, that then becomes an accelerated childhood healing, right? Because now you're liberating yourself, you're opening yourself up to greater possibilities from this moment forward, because the inner child is always within you. It never goes away. And so I am seeing this energy of travel, this energy of being around the ocean, this energy of experiencing just fun and adventure that your inner child has always wanted. Experiencing good food. Experiencing deep gentleness. And just feel your guides really coming in and loving on that inner child. I'm also seeing lemons. Could even be when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. A lemonade stand could be relevant. So we're just kind of enhancing your divine matrix here as your inner child connects with that divine version, that divine innocence here. 11:11 on the clock as I open my eyes. So what happens here as we open this up greater is now there's more possibility for you to tune in and not feel limited to your past expectations. Now you can tune in deeper into what that divine version of you, that deep innocence inside of you actually genuinely wants. There's going to be almost like you're going to be able to hear yourself more. You're going to be able to listen to yourself more and actually pay attention to what you're experiencing. Let that really be opened here in the womb. There's more creativity that wants to come forward, more dreams that want to be opened up and experienced. Do not be limited. I just keep hearing, don't be limited. You are liberated. You are liberated. Stop believing in limitation. Stop holding yourself back. Because ultimately you are the divine mother and father in your own life. You are the mother and father in your own life. So you get to dictate what you choose to bring into this reality now. And if you continue to bring in certain expectations that your parents had on you, that's fine. But was that limiting? Does that not feel as good as just being so open to the greatest possibilities? That's what they just keep wanting you to open up to. So much openness. Ooh. So you could also have a deeper connection with the Fae after this. So connecting with them, because the divine inner child, she was taught by the trees and nature and the magical realm. And so she has a lot of that connection naturally to her. So this could be something that you step into a bit more. Bringing more light in from the cosmic mother and father down through the crown, third eye, throat. Yeah, expression. Even singing. Painting, dancing. What else here? There's something else here. Even speaking up to yourself. There's still some things that you judge yourself about, or you're like, oh, why'd you do that? They're saying, don't talk to yourself like that. Be very kind to you and the divine innocence that is within you. Understanding that you're always learning. You're never perfect, and that's okay. But the perfection is in the mistakes that are made and the grace that is given. The perfection is in the grace that is given. Going down to the heart. Yeah, that felt good. Going down to the solar. The sacral. Really opening that up. Feeling the beautiful energy that was created here. Going down to the root, opening this up, feeling safe in your divine innocence. Going down through the hips, the thighs, the back of the thighs, the knees, the back of the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankles, and the feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down. Visualize those roots, divine roots. Feel the mother energies of these trees, the father energies of these trees that have supported your growth throughout the beginning of time. Connect in with trees a bit more after this. Grounding all the way down. Feel that connection of like the mother and the father tree with your roots kind of all spiraling together to create this really strong channel, and bring that down and around your crystalline core, just really tugging and feeling into the depth of your strength, feeling into the gravity of it all right? Shifting this energy out to humanity as we all shift together, as we all heal the divine inner child, bringing this back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. Whew, and so it is. Beautiful. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. Letting it go, letting it flow. Beautiful. You're so welcome, Christine. That was wonderful. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through your field and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. All right, there you go, Christine. So we're just going to give that time to incorporate or ingrain, and then we'll go into Rowdy's session here in just a second. Just sit with yourself for a minute, and we'll go into Anna. Anna in the chat. Anna in the chat. I think I am going to go use the bathroom real quick before we get started with that next one. So Anna, when you are ready to come in, we'll have your session. Y'all, I am so excited to be on the road at some point and get out of here with so much love and compassion to my family. I'm excited to leave. All right, Anna, did Anna ever come in, love? If not, we can go into Rowdy's right after that. Bia on here. Oh, there you are. Hello, love. What would you like to work on today? Anything specific for this healing? Thank you to all of you guys that are here, by the way. I know today's live is a little bit smaller. Love that, though. Honor it. Honor it. It never actually feels smaller. It's kind of, it feels like an illusion sometimes. Anna, what would you like to work on today? Whatever Spirit has for you. Excellent. Let's tune in. Hello, Ramona, over on YouTube. I'm totally down for everyone to go over to YouTube if that's something that we want to do. I'm very pro YouTube though. That's my opinion. I'm very pro YouTube. All right. Let me get my energy ready and we'll get started. Take a deep breath in. I just got so lost in that session, in that breath. Sometimes that happens where I'm like, where am I? What just happened? All right, let's get started. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready. Perfect. All right, put a hand in your heart, put a hand in your belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay, a lot of things here. The main thing that they want to say here is you have a little bit of a heart cage, a little bit of this guard your heart type energy where you might be very sensitive to things around you, so you've placed these guards around you. And a little bit it's kind of confining you now at this point because your heart is growing a lot right now and you're learning how to love unconditionally more than ever. And sometimes conditions are placed in our reality to learn how to push past them. Sometimes rules are made for us to break them, in my personal opinion. And that's kind of what's happening here in your heart now. And you have to like, what I'm seeing is like, it's almost like a chastity belt. It's like you gotta unlock the chastity belt and let your heart open up into even greater possibilities. And so I want you to visualize that metal guard and just watch it just opening up. We can see it sometimes also as a fence. I sometimes get that analogy as a fence. That's like, this fence has confined us to this certain amount of land, but there's so much more land out there. Open the fence and experience the freedom of that, experience the bliss of that. So that's something that your heart wants to experience. It's like, I'm ready to experience more. Let me experience more. Stop confining me to who I was a year ago, right? Keep opening that up. So that's something that's here. What I also saw was a ton of flowers. Like I saw all of these flowers, all of these roses. I also saw apples and bananas. And there was something else that I saw that I don't remember. I'm seeing cucumbers. So there's a lot of like energy here about fruit and flowers, fruitfulness. They tend to be a very feminine energy, a very open and electric energy. So I want you to just let that guard go. We're just going to pull it off. We're going to let it go because you're so open with it. Beautiful. Just pulling that off. All right. I want you to feel your freedom as you open your chest, as you take those deep breaths in. Take a deep breath in. So much more freedom here. So much more room for spirit to flow through your lungs, flowing through your body. Beautiful. Still going to be opening up some of that lower heart here. You could even get lightheaded as you take those deep breaths in because it's like your body hasn't processed that much air in a while. Ooh, you could even be feeling some soreness in the bottom of the lungs as that's opening. Your muscles might not be as used to that opening. You could also experience from time to time some pelvic floor dysfunction or some pelvic floor issues from kind of keeping your breath a little bit limited. So now we're opening that breath. We're starting to use the muscles of our abdominals. We're starting to use the muscles even of our pelvic floor. Our pelvic floor muscles are used when we breathe. Good, you feel it. That's just the intention of this session today, is opening you up to greater possibilities. So we're feeling the air moving around, just opening up your channel even deeper here from head to toe, opening up through the crown, opening up through the third eye, opening up through the throat, there is a type of speaking up energy. There's a lot of us, I think the collective is going through a throat chakra upgrade. You're not here to people please is kind of what I'm feeling anymore. There might have been times where you might have stayed silent or a little bit more quiet because, you know, it would have been just easier to not fight. But there is something important to actually in learning the art of argument. Ooh. The art of argument. I kind of love that. There's something in your field there's something about understanding that when someone disagrees with you, it doesn't mean that they don't like you or they don't like your opinion. It simply means that they disagree with you. And I think maybe in the past, sometimes there can be this feeling of like, oh, they disagree with me, therefore I'm a terrible person. Like, it goes very extreme is kind of what I'm feeling. And again, this might have been just really way in the past. It might have been deeply in your subconscious. But there's something about that coming forward and learning the art of argument as being something that can be very beneficial for your growth and your longevity. And I'm feeling this for like business. I'm feeling this for like even relationship. And maybe this doesn't resonate right yet, but I want you to start to observe where in your reality you might feel like you're not actually speaking up or you're getting really offended by people and what they're saying. So there's something about that that's coming forward in the throat chakra, really beautiful here. As we're going down, we're going to open up a bit of that top heart. Yeah. Okay, excellent, beautiful. That's something, there's something about also non-bias. How does that make sense, Spirit? Almost like, again, the art of argument, there's a need to be able to observe a neutral perspective. There needs to be able to observe that someone else can be right and you also can be right. And that's okay. And business, okay. Yeah, something along the lines of that. You don't have to take it so personally. Period. That's just how I'm going to end that. Opening up the top heart again. You could also feel into doing that lymphatic drainage down through the vagus nerve, down through the, whatever these words aren't coming to me right now, but going all the way down to the hands. Just feeling into that. If you want to do that as I continue to work on the heart, that's going to help release energy out of the throat. Yeah, your heart is opening up bigger than ever. So something that you're also experiencing as the heart is opening is understanding your sacred sanctuary. Word of the day, sanctity, understanding your holiness as a being, and learning how to navigate being holy on a daily basis, which means making choices out of a holy perspective, which means coming into reverence, coming into a spiritual space before you make decisions. And again, this could come into business. And again, it could come into back into that throat chakra. Sometimes your decision feels very divine to you, and you've got to trust it. And sometimes someone else's decision might feel very divine for them, and they've got to trust that. There's something along the lines of that that just keeps feeling relevant to bring up. So coming back into this inner sanctuary here, making sure that you are creating a space for spiritual hygiene in your routine, specifically around business, specifically around just your daily routine, waking up in the morning and finding a time to maybe get onto your knees and just take a couple of those deep breaths in and just find clarity, finding that sanctity, that holiness within, is going to actually elongate your life, is what they're saying. It's actually going to be helpful for your heart health, helpful for your chromosomes, basically, is what they're showing me. We don't have to go into deep quantum biology, but this is very, very helpful as spiritual hygiene on a day-to-day basis. So start making that a part of your routine to connect with your inner sanctuary here in the heart. And when you do that, your heart grows bigger. When your heart grows bigger, you have more electromagnetic frequency to make an impact in the world. So this can actually genuinely affect your business and how much business you get by opening your heart to greater business, by opening your heart to greater possibilities. So energetic hygiene, spiritual sanctity, these things are really important for you. Even holy anointing, getting anointed oils, putting those on your heart space, putting those on your chest, can be really helpful to activate the heart. So this could even just be any type of oils, really, but there's also certain oils that people already bless that you could use. Maybe it's even something a part of your business, I'm not sure. On a cellular level, yes, we love doing cellular quantum biology here. So there's also something in that low heart that's expanding, right? The inner child energy. So there's something about in the low heart, there's this idea towards money, this limitation around money. That's like, if I become this amount of rich, this negative thing happens. They're wanting you to switch out of that thinking, that certain level of abundance continues to bring more good experiences. I think when we have this idea of super rich people, like even with the Epstein files, super rich people doing really bad things, we get this idea of, if I become rich, am I going to be a bad person? And they're saying, no, don't think of it that way at all, because we're here to shift the reality of abundance, period. Point blank, period. We're here to shift the reality of abundance. So allow yourself to be open to more abundance so that you can change the trajectory of the stereotype of abundance and richness. I like that. I like that a lot. So opening that up, and so that's going to also open up into the solar plexus, giving more space and room to be confident, to receive more. And again, the heart chakra has to be open to magnetize to greater experiences in order to receive more. So this is kind of like a trajectory of abundance that is coming in to your reality. And again, the throat chakra has to be able to speak up also to receive abundance. Yes, yes. Okay, opening up down through the solar and then down through the sacral, opening this up deeper, and again feeling into that inner child space. As the inner child is here with this beautiful big treasure chest that's like, I'm here to receive now. Give me good things. I'm ready. I've waited my whole life for this. It's time. And allow that golden light energy to come in, almost like gold coins and water frequency, currency. Let that flow through, and make sure when you're using money that you flow with it, though, because sometimes we'll receive money and then we cling on to it. That creates stagnancy. We still want to flow with it. Using that money for our highest divine good then continues to bring more money in. It's a cyclical experience, so use it. Okay, Interesting that that's just coming up. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Going down to the root, opening this up deeper. Relax. Feel safe in yourself to be the baddest. I'm hearing be the baddie that you know you are. Be the baddest. Like, own it, girl. Own your energy. Again, coming back into spiritual hygiene is really helpful for you as you're navigating being the baddie that you are. Making sure you always come back to self rather than doing things for other people. Okay, opening up that root chakra even more here, down through the hips, the thighs, the back of the thighs, the knees, the back of the knees, the shins, the calves. Again, the calves. As we're opening the heart chakra, the calves hold a lot of our trauma. So make sure you're doing anything where you can really work with those calves. Maybe it's walking, maybe it's doing calf raises, anything like that to get the calves moving. Moving this down through the ankles and the feet, pushing down into the earth, grounding down. Bringing this beautiful abundant energy all the way through you as you're continuing to open up your heart, as you're continuing to open up to abundance, bringing this all the way down through your roots, creating this as a foundation of your reality, bringing this all the way down to the crystalline core as we bring this energy to the rest of consciousness, because we're all abundant. It's our natural birthright. Come on. Good. Bringing this energy back up through our roots. Feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens. Allowing this to be your truth if it feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. Beautiful. Releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go and letting it flow, letting it go and letting it flow, letting it go and letting it flow. Beautiful. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. Bringing golden light energy all the way through your aura. Keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. What a beautiful session. What a lovely session, love. All right. There we go. Thank you guys for everyone in here. I do appreciate you guys and your energy. So thank you for learning. Thank you for doing this together, because when all of us can experience this type of divinity, all of us can experience this type of abundance, we simply change the world. So that's what's happening. All right, so we have one more session before we go into Jacqueline. We have Rowdy, a little animal healing where we're going to connect with an animal on the other side. Yay, I'm so glad that you enjoyed that, Anna. There's lots of beautiful energy coming in for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's go over here to Christine. All right, Christine. Let me know what specifically, if there is anything specifically that you want to tune into with Rowdy. If you are still here, love, let me know. Hello, okay. What would you like to tune into for Rowdy? Anything specifically? Just let him talk? Excellent. Let's see what information he wants to bring through. Oftentimes, hello, welcome in. I am good, how are you? Hi, beautiful, thanks again for last night. I feel so much better. Yay, Danny, that makes me so happy. A lot of times, animals that have crossed actually do have information for the collective, so we'll see what he wants to bring through, if it's just for you, Christine, or if it is higher information, higher wisdom. All right, let's tune into this. Again, this is a animal healing, so it's a 10 to 15 minute session. We'll see how much he wants to share. Yeah, I love animal readings, right? Am I a ghost talker? I don't know what that means. All right, let's get this let's get this session ready. I'm gonna get my energy ready and we'll get started. All right, let's do it. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready. And we'll get started. So of course I always tune into your energy when I tune into his. Beautiful. So put a hand on your heart, put a hand on your belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. The whole time he was just licking your face. Literally the whole time it was just like him being like, hi, 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 hi. And just like licking your face, being very, very excited about connecting with you here. So let's see if he has anything he wants to share, any information. He doesn't have like, it's really interesting to connect with animals on the other side because their body is different. Like it's a different form. It's not like I can connect in with their intestines or anything and see what information is in there. It's a different form. So it's very much like kind of like a ghost energy, which is really fun. But he's very much just all about giving you love and compassion and just so much love, so much excitement. His tail is wagging. He's just like so happy, 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 happy. That's the energy that he's giving. Ah, I'm so happy. But he's also been stationing in with the 7th dimension, with the angelic realm in the 7th dimension. He's been really enjoying it there. He gets he gets walked every day. He has beings that just love taking care of. So this is really cute how he's showing me what's happening in the 7th dimension when kind of animals pass up. They get to still experience that animal body if they'd like. And he chose to. He really enjoyed being a dog. And so he stays a dog, and people get to like love on him and take care of him and walk him, and he just really enjoys it. He's overall very happy. He gets feasts however much he wants. He has fresh water all of the time. There's so many beautiful places in the angelic realm where he just gets to explore and have fun. And up there he also gets to send down like a lot of love. Like that's a part of his divine purpose as a ascended dog, if you will, as he drops down these like energy fields of golden energy of like life into the planet to make sure that people are still feeling happy. Like there's something about his field that he just wants people to feel happy. I just want people to feel good. And so this is also why he just keeps licking you and cuddling up to you and just like being so lovey to your field. So he just really wants you to feel that he's like there. He's putting his like paws on your lap, like making sure that you're very aware that he's here. He's like, can you feel me? Can you feel me? He kind of even wants you to like pet him a little bit. He's like, can you feel me? Please feel me. I miss you. I love you, but know that I'm cared for. There's a very like giddy energy again behind his field. Is there anything else you want to share with us here, bud? He just like, he keeps showing me his tail's wagging. He's just very, very happy to experience you. He's actually like now kind of like floating around your field, like he's jumping around. He is saying that if you do want to get another dog, that his spirit will bless it and has blessed it. If that is something that you want, know that he would kind of almost like put himself almost as like an energetic surrogate. I don't know, I don't really understand that. Like, it's not him gonna be fully placed inside of that other animal, but there's a part of him. It's almost like, yeah, it's like literally like a part of his soul will be in that animal, but not all of it, because you have another lesson to learn. So if there is another dog that you want, he blesses that very deeply, and he would love to experience you again in that way. Coming back up, I want to see what information you can share about the angelic realm, because I'm curious. Is there anything you can share with us about the angelic realm? There's a lot of study. They study a lot, sacred knowledge and sacred texts. So sometimes humans will ascend into the angelic realm in between lifetimes on Earth to study. That makes sense. And this is something that I personally feel connected to. And they'll study with the angels and purify their channel there by listening to a lot of music. They're constantly singing, they're constantly in worship in the angelic realm. But again, there is a lot of studying, there's a lot of feasts, there's a lot of enjoyment. There is even athleticism is what I'm hearing. Like, they enjoy moving their energy in their field. And so he loves being there because they do play with him a lot. They enjoy playing with him. He is a very sweet spirit. Again, he keeps showing me the food. He's like, they have good food here. It's a feast. It's not the same as Earth because you can't taste it as much, but the energy of it is still there, and it's still relevant. His body feels much lighter, he's saying. He doesn't feel any pain, and that's really nice. It's just like a nice relief to not really feel that much, but at the same time you still feel like bliss. Like, that's kind of the only feeling you really feel is like bliss and happiness. But he is saying that sometimes he does miss Earth because of the other feelings that he feels, but mainly he doesn't. Mainly he's really happy to be up there. But again, like he said, if you want another pet, he'll put part of himself into the experience to experience you again because he enjoyed you. So let's see if there's anything else he wants to share. Yeah, it's like there's like really nothing I can do to connect. Really interesting thing he just showed me was Bob Marley. That might have some relevance to you. Maybe listening to Bob Marley. I don't know. Something about that just came up. And maybe he's even saying kind of like the energy is like very vibey like that. It's like there's just a lot of peace. It's very relaxed. Again, they like music up in the angelic in the seventh realm. Yeah, he's showing me all these concerts that happen, and there's a ton of dogs, so he gets to play with a ton of animals, all different shapes, sizes, energy levels, and he also helps bring other animals that haven't accepted their death up into the angelic realm. So he does work with kind of going in and out of some of the higher realms. Is there anything else you want to show us, love? He's like, will you play with me? He's like bringing a bone to you, and he's like, or like a toy or something. He's like, he wants you to throw it. So even if you want to like astrally play with him right now, he wants to just play tug of war, chew on your couch. I don't know, something he wants to do. He just wants to like really feel into you again. He has just a lot of love for you and compassion. And he just kind of wants to play and lay on your lap for a moment. So just feel into his presence here with you physically. And when you can do that, it gives him more of an opportunity to kind of feel into the physical realm. So when you think about him in the physical, it almost brings him down into that realm, which he enjoys sometimes. Sometimes it gets depressing, he says. He's like, sometimes it's sad down there. It is nice to stay in the angelic, but he also ultimately wants to help you, like, and make you feel better. But sometimes he's like, when you bring me down or you think about me, it just feels sad, and I don't want you to feel sad. And then he's like, I just want to lick your face and wiggle my tail and be happy. But obviously the human emotion needs to feel. Is there anything else you'd like to share? He's like, I just want to cuddle. Let me cuddle up to her for a little longer, okay? Okay. He is bringing some, so he's actually doing a healing on you. So he's bringing some of the angelic energy down through him, and then as he's like laying on you, he's bringing it through your lap. So I want you to feel this beautiful white light going through your legs into the earth, and then all the way up through your spine, up through your crown into the heavens, and starting to really connect with the angelic realm. There's something about you gaining more clarity in the angelic realm, seeing angels more, connecting, hearing them, and creating the heaven on earth experience that we are called to create. So he just wants you to sit. He loves other dogs. Yeah, he does. He loves playing with them. Oh, you guys are so cute. Yeah. He just wants you to sit. He's bringing in more light. His third eye is also activating, so there's light coming from his third eye. So even if you want to like put your head down and connect with his crown, you can bring that through your third eye, whatever feels good to you. All right, so that's set. He just wanted to fill your energy with light. And so now he's going to come back out, and he's saying goodbye, giving you a little lick on the face, wagging his tail. He's like, I'm always here. I'm always here. Don't worry. He's just like, be happy. Be happy, be happy. I love you, I love you, I love you. And then he's like, okay, bye. And now he's drifting off into the heavens. And he's excited to play with the other dogs and eat the food and drink the water there. He just really likes it. So let him float off as you wave goodbye. We're going to just feel into your field here as we bring more of that angelic energy integrating into your crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, back of thighs, knees, back of knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down, releasing. What a cute session. What a sweetie. What a sweetie, sweetie. He's just like, don't be sad. Be happy. Grounding all the way down through your roots into the earth. Planting it, grounding into the crystalline core, shifting this out to humanity. You're so welcome. Yeah, allow yourself to cry if that feels good to you. Bring this up to your roots. Feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, roots, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around he was a support dog. Oh, I love that. Beautiful. And remember, the angelic realm loves to sing, it loves music, so that kind of felt like it was like a part of him also coming through with that song. All right, releasing out any less energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you, I love you, I honor you. We're going to bring some golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected, bringing abundance all the way into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. Mwah. Enjoy that connection. I think a lot of us enjoyed that, but yes, I do connect with really anything beyond the veil. Everything offers us unique insight. All right, so next we're going to go into Jacqueline's healing. Oh, my hips. Give me a second to stretch out my hips. Jacqueline, is there anything specific you want to tune into today, love? This is a 25-minute session. So make sure you guys are drinking lots of water, stretching your body, moving your body. Activation chef's kiss. Excellent. So much movement in the hips. Ooh. Okay. I gotta stretch it in one certain way. Okay. All right. I hope it's ascension symptoms. Oh, yeah. It is probably. Light language is so tingly too, right? I agree. Light language is such a... It's like, I love this type of work because it is like visual sense. It's like ASMR, like, right? It's all sensory experiences. That's the work that I do, is in your sensations. So all of it naturally is like an ASMR. And like when we tune into something that might need to move or activate, your body will tingle or it'll release in some way. So it is fun. Like I'm such a fan of ASMR. When I get off of these lives, I go watch an ASMR live and like I just sit there, and that's my way of like coming back to reality, is like letting my senses tingle. All right. You said ascension symptoms. And just activation overall. Let's see what comes up for ya. Oh yeah, your guides never lessen themselves. They will always speak the truth. Don't worry. Whew. All right, Jacqueline, put a heart in the chat when you're ready, and we will get started. Again, thank you to everyone else that is here. You guys can always receive the secondary energy codes of all of these healings. This is a 25-minute session. Put a heart in the chat when you're ready, Jacqueline. It might not have gone through. I am okay. Thanks for asking, Fernando. Good. Hand on heart, hand on belly. Let's take 3 deep breaths in together. Take a deep breath in. Okay. So they're saying they want you to activate yourself through using Gaia's medicine. This can be so many days, or I don't know why I said days. This could be so many things. There's certain medicines, right? Cacao, a very grounding medicine. Tobacco, a very also grounding medicine. Cannabis, maybe a more activating medicine. Mushrooms, a bit more of an activating medicine. Ayahuasca, a really discovery, a deep discovery. All of these medicines are actually coming to the surface here, even teas, certain teas. They're really wanting you to work with the medicines of earth because they are going to teach you something. And they want you to start almost connecting to the medicines of the land and your origin, things like that. I feel like there's other ones too, but those are the ones that are very like earthy in nature. Like we've talked about this before in one of your sessions with mushrooms. Like there is a call for you to connect with mushrooms as an opener, something to open your eyes to reality, because there is something that Gaia wants to show you or teach you. And again, it doesn't have to be from mushrooms itself, but there is something about using her medicine that actually can be very eye-opening and transformative. So yeah, that's the first thing that Gaia really was like, I want you to experience me. That in itself is going to be an activation, and I feel like I have to sneeze. Okay. That moved on. Give me a second. To talk, watch the telepathy tapes, and they were talking about the mycelium network, and a girl talks to the plant. Yes, I talk to plants. I talk to the mushrooms all the time. Oh my gosh. Something with this, like in the sinus, something needing to release. Again, it's almost like there's this thing that wants to be experienced through you, but you're slightly afraid. It is like you're slightly afraid of your own potential. So you're like, I don't know if I can handle that. There's a part of you that's a little bit nervous towards experiencing yourself or experiencing all of your shadow, which often comes with these medicines. Yes, you're very connected with the plants, which is why it's like now there's a part of you that wants to experience more of the medicine or more of the plant. But I want it, so I don't know why I blocked it. So yeah, there is just a part of you that's a little bit resistant, which is again okay. Take that as a natural cue of where you're at in your life. But again, your body is like, there's something more that we want to connect you with. There's something more. And again, it could just be even something very small like a tea or cacao, right? It doesn't have any of those hallucinogenic properties. Even what I'm feeling, oh, like mushroom coffee. Like these are things that you can sit with medicine, or like just chaga root and drinking it. It might not taste that good, but there's still a medicine behind it that spirit wants you to be working with the mushrooms in some capacity, okay? Sorry that this keeps coming up, but they're saying it very prominently. They're saying it very aggressively almost. And you could even be foraging for mushrooms if that's something that you want. You could even grow mushrooms. That will be something that is good for your field, because what mushrooms do when you eat them, when you allow them to be in your body, is they help you decompose. They help you decompose the old reality. And as we're stepping into the spring equinox, we are needing that decomposition. Your body's needing that decomposing, because the first thing that I actually felt when I tuned into your field was, you need to die. That's what they said. You need to die. And it could be like ego death, it could be dying to certain parts of yourself, but they were showing this like depth of like being in this moment of death. And it's like complete blackout, and then you wake up again, and it's like, oh, yeah, reality is a choice. I do get to choose how I live my life. It's not something that I am a victim to. So they're wanting you to experience some sort of ego death, some sort of reality death, so that you can walk into the spring equinox with such clarity as to why you're here, what you're doing. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. So I'm going to open up your field a bit more here. They're like, why are you afraid of the medicine? I drink lion's mane. Oh, excellent. That's awesome. Getting red or green flags for that. Thumbs up for that. Yeah, I'm hearing the word judgment. External judgment, internal judgment. Wanting to be the goodest, wanting to be the best kid, wanting to be the one that has done no wrong. And so in your mind, some of these medicines are associated with wrong or bad. They're wanting you to switch that a little bit. But of course, listen to yourself ultimately. Even if your guides are wanting you to do this, ultimately you have your divine choice. These just might have been also some medicines that your ancestors really used as to help them on their spiritual journey, but they aren't necessary. But they are coming up in your field and have come up in a couple sessions. So maybe listen to that as well. I am seeing halos around your stomach. So it could even be like what I'm seeing is waist beads. I don't know if you have waist beads, but I'm seeing these like halos around your stomach, and it could be a helpful tool to use waist beads, not sure. Yeah, they're showing me this dying to self happening kind of in this lower solar plexus. Old expectations that people have had on you on being the good kid, I keep feeling. Something about you wanting to be the best or being the goodest is the way that they keep saying it. They're in everyone's story, we've all got to be the villain in someone's story. They're saying don't be afraid of that shadow side. It isn't something that is bad. We're grateful that you've gone through many moments of experiencing those shadows, but now we want you to understand how to integrate it as a part of your reality, not just something that you're moving through, not just something that is a dark night of the soul, but something that actually is opened up to you in your everyday reality, where you're able to witness the shadow and appreciate it. Not when you witness the shadow, feel something negative about yourself or feel like you need to do more healing or feel like you're not complete. They're saying you are complete, period. Now start to see how you can be complete by honoring the shadow, by honoring all of you. I'm hearing there's nothing wrong with you. And I'm seeing glass now, like glass blowing. They've showed me this before. What does that mean, Spirit? It's almost like glass blowing is like, we have this idea that glass is, one certain form, but then when it heats up, it has this ability to change form and change shape. And that's the energy that they're doing here with you now, is like changing the shape of what your shadow looks like and opening up more space for your shadow to be explored without judgment. So that's something that you're going to be navigating, and they're showing me you walking into a dark forest and being fully open to receive the medicine of the forest. Like sitting in the middle of the forest and singing, the forest is going to teach you and bring up this information into your body to allow you to not be afraid. There's something about not being afraid of the darkness that just keeps coming up here. That could even go along with the medicine, not being afraid of maybe a negative connotation towards medicine, not being afraid of your shadow. And I'm seeing tomatoes. You're going to grow like a tomato very quickly and rapidly and abundantly. Tomatoes are very abundant in nature. And there's that red color, that rooted color. It's very grounded and a little bit acidic. You aren't here to be even basic, is what I'm hearing. You're not here to be basic. You're here to shift reality. You have to allow yourself to fully shift that within you. So again, I keep hearing ego death or dark night of, it's not even dark night of the soul in the same context, because they're like, it's not something we want you to see as a negative thing. This experience that you're going to be experiencing is not negative. It's you learning how to love your shadow. It's you working with your shadow so that you can come into oneness and fullness. And I'm seeing like one wing that is white and one wing that is dark. They're saying accept your fullness. Accept that some of the practices of your lineage have been demonized. And tune in with those practices. They're saying something about it's not illegal to honor your ancestors. I don't know. I don't know. They're showing me more tea though. They are saying we're really grateful that you're tuning in with the mushroom more, with lion's mane. That feels really good for them. Again, that altar, really good. They enjoy that. Bringing more light down through the crown, third eye, throat, heart. Divine choice point is what they're saying here. When you're able to integrate the light and the dark into yourself, you get to then choose reality without limitation, because you're not choosing a path based on what people think is good. This keeps coming up, this idea of being good. So we want to address that. Good versus evil. It doesn't work like that any longer. We are shifting out of dualistic mentality. It is a full spectrum of choice. And you get to choose how you want to experience life. It's almost like the expectations that you might have placed on others in your reality, you have to acknowledge and notice that as well, because when we place expectations on others in our reality to do good, we're ultimately placing that on ourselves. And so they're like, let those go. Allow people to have their free will. Like even specifically like family. Like allow them to have their free will, and it gives you more freedom to experience all of you. And there's also like this hierarchy that then gets leveled out. Like you're not better than anyone. That needs to be stated. They're saying you're not better than anyone, even though sometimes it might feel like it by our actions, by the way that we show up as a leader, but you're not better than anyone. There's a lot of interesting energy here. I love it though. It's kind of grinding the gears. And when you can acknowledge that type of neutral perspective of freedom, much more experiences are going to come to you. You're not limited to one certain thing or one certain person or one certain experience. You have the whole world as your choice point. You have the whole reality of the universe at your fingertips to create what you want, right? It's not a limitation between good versus bad. Okay, they keep just bringing that up. They're showing like a tea or cacao coming through your system, through your crown, third eye, throat, heart, down through your solar. Yeah, they just keep saying get rid of that idea that experiencing the dark night is something that is a burden to you. You have experienced many moments of dark nights that have experienced pain and have experienced a lot of purging. They're saying from this moment moving forward, the times that you're experiencing dark nights are not going to be as intense as they were in the past, because you have cleared out all that you need to clear out. Why are you still watching then? If you're on, sorry, give me a second, you guys. You've cleared out what you needed to clear out here in this lifetime. Sorry. What else were they saying about that? And then I got distracted. Come back in, spirit. Something in your knees, actually. They're showing my knees and the back of your knees and just the knees in general. There's a lot of energy stagnant around the knees that need to move. Wiggle the knees, move them up and down a little bit, get them flowing. The knees are the silent killers because they pool energy in the back of the knees. They pool fear. And so that's what they're saying. They're saying purge the fear. Purge the fear of the medicine. I keep hearing. Okay. Sometimes I just feel like I repeat myself, but it's like this is what they're sharing with me. Bringing this down. they're saying they really do want you to continue to sit and practice your spiritual hygiene, practice your inner sanctuary, mainly connecting with trees. They really want you to be connecting as much as possible with trees, and you can even bring into your altar like certain leaves from trees and connect you in with that. You could even burn like I don't know, I'm seeing like cones that are, burn something that is associated with like evergreen trees or things that are associated with trees, like sandalwood. Wait, is that a tree? I don't know. Tree things are going to be good for you. Even using maple syrup as your sweetener of choice is really good for you, because that is connecting you with the trees. There was something else about trees. They just want you to sit as much as possible, like when you're meditating, if you feel called to meditate with your, again, spiritual hygiene, making sure that you're coming into silence once a day, sitting with trees. She can help you. The trees can help you release out any clutter. They are really good cleansing agents. So they want you to sit with the trees, because you're also going to be connecting with the magical realm a bit more the more that you do that. And then the magical realm also can assist you with working with the mushrooms. They just keep bringing it back up. Yeah, they're showing me actually like dancing in the forest, or like dancing in the moonlight with the forest. There's a very wild woman inside. Okay, this makes sense. There's a wild woman inside of you that wants to be released, but there is this idea that that is bad. That is still very subconscious in your field, that has to die. That's what this is all about. We have to die to that idea of being wild. Be free. Be embarrassing. Embarrassment is one of the most underrated feelings. It is liberating on the other side. Don't be afraid to experience all. Is it the regular mushroom or the one that helps you see things? Either. It's either. Like they were saying either. Because mushrooms in general are a very helpful degenerative property. They help you release. They help you let go, break down things in your body. 12:22 on the clock, confirmation here as well. Going down to the root chakra here, opening up deeper. We just want to feel the expansion of your roots down through your hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Feel those roots extending out into all of those trees around you. Feel the forest moving around you. So what I also want you to feel, just feel all of this releasing, moving through your body from head to toe, letting go, opening up the feet channels, letting the energy go. What I also want you to feel is the mycelium network actually starting to come up into your body. So coming up through your feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, and kind of coming up into the sacral and up into the solar. I'm kind of just going to put it at the solar for now. And I want you to like kind of wrap those lower three chakras with the mycelium network as they continue to just flush out on their own. I'm gonna program this to stay for 48 hours. So your body is, your lower body, your lower chakras are going to be releasing for the next 48 hours. And you're going to be working with the mushrooms. They're going to be teaching you things. Something that the mushrooms really love is EDM music. They love it. They love it. So if that's something that you want to tune into, EDM music, dancing, shake your booty, girl, because we got some energy to release out of that root chakra. That's all things that are really relevant. Anything else here for that, spirit? Nope, they're saying that feels good. All right, grounding more energy down through crown, third eye, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root, hips, thighs, knees, shins, calves, ankles, feet, down into the earth, grounding down. Visualizing those roots extending even deeper and deeper and deeper. You have a mushroom vape? Are you serious? Please tell me more about that. Going down into the crystalline core, wrapping your roots around the core, sending this energy out into the universe, bringing this energy back up through your roots, feet, ankles, shins, calves, knees, thighs, hips, root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye, and crown, all the way up into the heavens, allowing this to be your truth. This feels right to you, and bringing this energy all the way back down and around you. And so it is. So this was a lower body like movement activation, and it might not felt as much of an activation, but it there's a lot of shifting in the lower body for you. There's a lot of shifting in that lower chakra, which is going to help shift your reality a lot quicker. The fungi realm is so mystical. It is. It's my favorite. All right, releasing out any last energy that doesn't serve you, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow, letting it go, letting it flow. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I honor you. I love you. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, seen, and protected. And abundance all the way through you. Did I already do that? I don't know. Sometimes I get lost. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful soul. I'm so glad. So, yeah, your guides, they wanted to just share that with you over and over. There's something also about you continuing to learn of indigenous medicines. Obviously, that's what we talked about a lot in the beginning. So just tune into whatever that feels good for you and your life. All right. I know that's right. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Shout out to all of those on the YouTube and the TikTok. I appreciate y'all. So that was the 5 healings that we had today. How is everyone feeling in the collective? Make sure you're drinking lots of water if you've been in here. Which angel from heaven are you? Lydia. The angel's name is Lydia. Ooh. I've been many forms of angel. Yeah, thank you for being here, you guys. Let's see if there's anything else that... Thank you. Thanks for being here. Let's see if there's anything else that wants to come in for the collective for the rest of this week. I don't think there's too much. I do feel this need to fully relax, ease into the new reality, and kind of something even with that last session with Jacqueline is starting to really understand how to not demonize your shadow. Have you ever been to the lower realms? Oh, absolutely I have. Absolutely I have. In this lifetime I've lived down there. In this lifetime I've navigated hell for years. I've died many times. Those were so beautiful. Yay, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. So, again, we've been talking about the Fae, the magical realm. So even this weekend, feeling called to connect with the trees, feeling called to connect with Gaia in some way as she is opening her heart and opening her womb to greater creation, greater possibility. And for a lot of us, we are shifting into a reality where that magical realm is more accessible. It's more accessible because it's a part of our natural frequency. It's a part of our natural history as well. That folklore isn't just a far off story, right? Why is there so much folklore? It has to be a part of some of our ancient history, and so we're really grateful that some of that history is coming back up as we're resurfacing, as we're coming into the exposing, as we are in the exposing, or the revelation that some might call it. Gratitude for you. Yes, yes, yes. So nice to see you as well. Thank you for being here, you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so I'm just feeling a lot about really relax into connecting with Gaia. Be very open. Again, words of the day is bless or bliss, sanctity, remembering your inner holiness, involvement, involving yourself with the holy reality that you want, and following the trajectory of the holy reality that you want by living it within yourself. And then the other word is clarity. So finding that deep clarity to see the vision of the reality that you're wanting to create, and just allow that to clearly flow through you. And then of course ring the bells, as this is kind of a time of the bells ringing, as Consciousness is coming to a point where it's just exciting. I can't say anything else about that. I think it's just a really exciting time to be alive. And right, the energy of anxiety and excitement are on the same frequency. They're on the same spectrum. So you get to choose when you feel into your body, when you're feeling into the energy on the planet, you can either choose anxiety, or you can choose excitement, or you can choose anything in between, or you can ignore it altogether. Whatever you want, it's up to you. It's your free will. I respect that for you and your sovereign choice. I'm going to choose excitement because excitement tends to get me ready, energetically prepared for what's next. And yeah, so that's what I'm feeling into for today. I think that's what we're going to say to close out here. Resonate with the natural frequency of the universe. Yeah, super beautiful. So I want to say before we get out of here, on a Sunday, I do have my video. Yeah, I do have my video on YouTube. That is going to be my starseed story. I think it's really beautiful for more of us starseeds to share our story, because we are the disclosure. We are the disclosure. We are the exposing. We are here on this planet to share our story. And maybe by that video, you will start to almost like get some memories back about your story and why you are here, and you know what that might be. Maybe not everyone resonates with it, but I think it's also just interesting to learn about and hear. So stay tuned for that video on Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, we'll close out for that. Yes, frequency healing is healing the world. Yes, it is. All right, releasing out for the collective. Any last energy that doesn't serve us here, letting it go and letting it flow. Letting it go and letting it flow. Letting it go and letting it flow. You resonate more with Lumeria. I do resonate with Lumeria. I love Lumerians. We are superheroes. Yes. Release, release, release. Bringing unconditional love into every cell of your body, illuminating from the inside out, appreciating the love, the joy, the peace, the bliss, the honor of being alive here in this present moment. I see you. I love you. I honor you. Ooh. Bringing golden light energy all around your aura, keeping you safe, sane, and protected. Bringing abundance all the way through us and into the collective consciousness field as we all shift together. Take a deep breath in. Your energy is yours. My energy is mine. And so it is. And so it is. There you go, beautiful souls. Have a great rest of your weekend. Rest up, enjoy yourself, and love like never before. Mwah. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.